Greetings, everybody. I am Zero6, bringing to you a brand new one-shot. Today we are going to be looking at a rather interesting game of Tetris. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this game is in fact called Tetrisphere. Tetrisphere? I think I pronounced that right. It's a T-E-T... Well, we're going to get the title right here. See, Tetrisphere. So it's Tetris, but you don't pronounce the S. You pronounce it with the... You pronounce the S as, like, sphere. Tetrisphere is a rather interesting game where... Well, first off, you can select all these different kinds of robots. I'm going to select the default robot, which is Wheelie, and we're going to play hide and seek, which is basically story campaign. Hey, I know how to make hide and seek more fun. We can set up some puzzles to solve where we hide. Whoever is it must solve the puzzles before they can catch us. Who will it be? I'll be it. I'll find out with you. Good luck. Yeah, dang it. Good luck. Okay, the very first task you're going to end up doing in hide and seek. In every single start of the campaign, there are multiple starts, is that you're going to play multi. Basically, you're going to run through the sphere, and you're trying to uncover an image. Now, here's the thing about Tetrisphere. Unlike previous Tetris games, you're not playing from a top-down, you're not playing from a 2D perspective like what you're seeing right here, right now. The objective of the game is, well, actually there are many different kinds of objectives. Multi is where you find a picture underneath the sphere, and you basically win by uncovering one of the multiple images located on that white sphere alone. Draw is rather kind of irksome in terms of what its objective is. Throughout the entire sphere, you have these purple cones lying around and about. Underneath those purple cones, those purplish pink cones, however, is in fact the picture that you want to reveal. Now that I have explained some of the rules of the game that we are playing right now, let me just explain the controls real quick. You use the D-pad to move. Yes, I know, an Nintendo 64 game. Yes, I know, it's kind of weird. You're playing a Nintendo 64 game, you don't have to use the analog stick. But rather, you use the D-pad, kind of unique to the Nintendo 64. It's really rare to see such a tactic used. Start button, that's obvious, activates the pause screen. There, you use the A button to set down a block. You use the B button to move pieces around. The main objective that you want to deal with is that you want to get as many as much of a combo as you can. You also have to bear in mind that you're also technically on a time limit. You'll eventually see that your camera is getting kind of close to the sphere, and that's right when your mind is kind of swimming and you're kind of panicking over the fact that you might actually lose. This here objective is called Brick. Brick is about as simple as you can make it, actually. Basically, all you're really doing is that you're trying to get these pieces of brick that are on top of the sphere to go down onto the white sphere. Upon doing that, you completed the level. Simple as that. Tower. Jeez. I don't like tower. It's even more annoying with its counterpart, the Crystal Tower. Okay, tower is very simple, actually. All you have to do is just refill the tower completely. That's all you have to do. But you also have to keep in mind that you cannot run through the tower. Well, I might take out Crystal Tower, because Crystal Tower is basically the hard mode of the one that we are playing right now. But yeah, this is Tetrisphere. This is an Nintendo 64 game. Namely because of the 3D graphics, I guess. I'm guessing that's the only reason why it is on the Nintendo 64 in the first place. Yeah, it makes sense. Tetrisphere also has a very unique soundtrack. Very techno. And sometimes the trippy backgrounds don't really help. I've had a couple of instances where I was trying to sit there and try to deal with the sphere, and the background just keeps on changing and changing and changing and changing. I'm like, background, you're not helping. I appreciate the fact that you're trying to look cool, but it's really not helping. You can also find these yellowish orange spheres scattered throughout the entire ball. And those are actually your power-ups. There are multiple different power-ups that you can use in Tetrisphere. You have the rocket, which sends out a rocket, like what I have right now, on one particular spot, and it erases a wide chunk of the ball. Hide and seek. This is the grand finale area that you'll be dealing with. Before moving on to the next section. Hide and seek is very simple, where all you have to do is just refill the area that the ball is trapped in. And just like that, you reveal your little friend. In this case, I think his name is Jack. Like Jack and Daxter, J-A-K. Or it could be Rocket. So then the game kind of like restarts itself again on multi. But I decided to exit because this is a one-shot, people. This is not a full-on playthrough of hide and seek. Let alone rescue. Rescue has a few cutscenes of its own. So if you remember the way how hide and seek worked, it's basically the same thing for rescue. Except that instead of seeing a cutscene after rescuing these little metal ball robot things, you continue on to the next phase of the game. And really, this is all that Tetrisphere has to offer. There are things like a puzzle, where you have to figure out which one is, which way is how to solve the puzzle the correct way and getting rid of all the pieces. Oh, right, the hearts. I forgot about the hearts. Let's see here. The hearts are your life points. If you ever make a mistake while you run out of time when the piece is falling, that's right when you take damage. You also lose any power-up that you have at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, like what I have right now. Yeah, you'll lose that, which is the unfortunate thing. Let's see here. I was trying to explain the power-ups earlier. The rocket. There was the rocket, which I just showed off. There's the dynamite, which scatters, which upon impact of the ball, it scatters a bunch of sticks of dynamite, which blows away multiple pieces. Let's see here, what else was there? There is the, I think the next one is the next one should be the, okay, I was just checking my audio. Next one should be the magnet, which for a short period of time sucks in any pieces on the ball. The next one, I believe, is what I call the layer clear power-up. What it does is that it clears a whole entire layer off of the ball. So if you start off with the ball just perfectly round, and you use that power-up, it shaves off one entire whole layer. So instead of having to deal with 4 layers, you'll be having to deal with 3 layers now. The next one is... I'm trying to remember all the different power-ups you can get. I won't be able to show them off, unfortunately. I know one of them is a drill. That's very obvious of what it does. It's, when the drill is activated, it shoots out a string of electricity, and that gets rid of all any pieces that are directed at it. within its path. I could have sworn that there was one more. There was the layer clear, the magnet, the rocket, the dynamite, the drill. Drill is the max, by the way. Like, you cannot go any higher than the drill. I think that's it. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, viewers, leave a comment below. Because I'm fairly certain that that's like about it. Oh, finally, new pieces! The L pieces! I love these pieces. Yes, there are multiple different pieces besides the L's and the squares that we've been seeing so far. Such as these L pieces, which you can rack up massive combos with. And that's mostly because of the fact that they're angled. They're not, you know, square like the square pieces that you see on the ball. Ooh, there's the classic Z-shaped pieces. Which, yeah, everything is self-explanatory at this point. Now, as you just noticed right there, there was a question mark. That's basically a random piece. However, you can set however piece you want just by holding down the B button on the piece that you want to use. Ooh, the T pieces! I love these as well. Again, it's mostly because you can rack up a whole lot of combos with just one single place-down piece. You don't have to do any form of weird trickery or anything like that. You just place down a piece and watch them go by. It's very fun to watch when that happens. And really, I think that's like the most excitement that you'll get out of Tetrisphere. Not this, and don't do that. Yeah, you don't want to activate your piece prematurely. Like that. Luckily, I just got a power-up. Yeah, to replace the one that I just lost. I could have sworn that there's like one more power-up. I cannot remember. Music is very techno-y. Yeah, the background could be why it's on the Nintendo 64 as well. I don't see this being on the SNES. I don't see the background working on the SNES, despite the efforts of Earthbound. What Earthbound did. Still nothing. This guy's pretty big. Some of these characters are quite massive. And they require a whole lot of space to clear. Alright, finally, we got through the first stage. Unfortunately, though, that's the only one I plan on doing. Now we're going to do the last mode of this one-shot, which is puzzle. Okay, so here's how puzzle works. You have a set number of moves and you have a set number of drops. All the pieces are all of the same shape. So it's not like that, well, they might do like a complete 1A on you, but, they might do a complete 180 on you by, having you use, like, different pieces, but for the most part, it's all the same piece. As you can see, the main objective of this mode is to get rid of all the pieces. My dog's barking in the background. If you hear it, it's probably really faint, like it's something that you have to use headphones, as well as turning your volume up about as loud as you can make it. That's the only way that you can hear my dog barking. And right here, I just decided to give up because this is the end of the one-shot, people! I could have swore that Wee explodes in that scene. So I hope you like Tetrisphere, and I will see you in the next one-shot. Or Let's Play, whichever one you choose.